Well, Ying not really going to surprise anyone. I believe we saw this panned away yesterday by CAG on this map against E1, which they won 8-7. So totally feel they know what went wrong yesterday and they can course correct for today. And we've joked for years.
As I said, they love to explore. And there's a free bit of exploration. Solotov gone a rough tournament, but he's also unfortunately not quite found his feet or his fangs as much as second too late. So instead, the movement over the top towards the hatch itself. Shurip, he's about to strike. He's about to catch the single bit of watch. And he doesn't quite get the angle. Users paying keen attention, but they stop the plant. The Yokais, they're going for the catch. They're not quite able to find it. EFAC gets it, and BDS, they're able to cement the plant itself. One more body back from the side of Anaton, but you think how close this was to not being in BDS's pocket. And they're at least making the use of utility at the tail end of this.
That's what I mean. You just get so overwhelmed by the number of flashes that they have at their disposal to use, and that's only with 3 players up on the board, not all 4. This was a really close round, and I really like the movement that I saw coming out of Cyclops. They found one, but with 2 more to go, and one of those being on the vertical, it's simply not going to happen. BDS taking round 1, and for me, for them, that is such a massive mental round to win.
Yeah, you know, one more Yokai pops off. You're looking at a 3-second sort of difference. There was the cover of EFAC on the other set of stairs. Just cleared just enough.
On home, but someone else has got to take on the mantle, I guess, and make a lot of noise.
Action lives.
It's crazy.
Shibisu dies. The spirit has left this plane, and well, so has pretty much everyone here. Everybody has either dropped off the floor or been knocked off it. Finally, Sireneko is fine, and that gives them that clear. A minute left. They have full vertical control. They have 3 of the CAG players killed, and as I said, there was no route, no escape. There's one more, no way! Shuri gone, Anaton, that star player.
Wow.
Seeing stars.
Much better. Even Liquifat looks happy today. No longer are. And BDS just keep on marching forward. It's what they've done, as I keep on saying, all tournament long. And I know it hasn't always given the best results, but never forget that game against PSG Talon.
Takes in mind, and they're not really shuffling or shifting too far away from other takes. I say, EFAC with a great catch up to Black Grey, who unfortunately has been not great on that entry statistic throughout the tournament. Solotov with the swing. Oh, a C4 does get one, but they then get the site. BDS just keep going.
And again, look at how fast these kills all come together from the side of BDS. They move as a unit, but Sireneko's just walked up white here, along with the Jaeger behind him, and retaking ground that they'd lost just seconds prior. Choker could be in trouble if he's not careful to his left-hand side. Steps a little bit closer, flashing back pocket, but the swing comes through, and Sireneko lands a wicked shot. Down
2, time to build as well, but they're on the wrong side of a mirror window. Users doesn't care. Gets the header, Shurip, and leaves Sireneko on the site. Now the pinches is left and is right. Perfectly played by BDS. The awakening, and I mean, they're taking the timeout. Let's see if they can start trying to put some pressure on, because there's just so much freedom BDS are being given in the sort of opportune build-up.
I just look at it again, and even as also acknowledged, they haven't seen that picked up by BDS so far. So a change from them, I imagine, in them seeing the Azami coming along and thinking, right, to counter that, we need a DMR. That's what we're going to try and use the Decay for. So
you know, they're trying to waste time. They want to see if they can extend those opening 5 seconds, but BDS, they're really playing against it. Users.
I mean, the obvious question is, why have you got a smoke playing off on the roam? Like, this is a site where denial with smokes can be so potent. Yeah, Chibisu's been caught out there without barely a whimper on the other side. You still got Shuri dug in here, still looking to find his first kill of the game, but again, he's being hit from 2 sides by members of BDS. And this is the problem, they just pick off 1 man at a time with these.
Would go against the lower rated team. Black Ray gets 1, sprays and hits a little bit of damage to users, can't find the connection with the secondary. I mean, needed to take a risk, and Anaton believes in the same theory.
This is just not anything to do with the site, this game. Everything is taking place on the 2nd floor. It's ridiculous.
Users! He looked away, but
for BDS, I keep on saying it, but these 2 or 3 man plays where they're isolating individuals is just a little bit ridiculous. That first kill, I think Sireneko did not expect to get pushed so soon, and that's the mistake they'll look at making. But here's a wonderful example. 2 players coming in from red, 1 coming in from fireplace. Like, you can't deal with that.
They knew back up into a game that had been missing. Solotov gets 1, gets traded. Black.
Excellent game to watch a couple of days ago is both teams were going at each other. There was always a response. There was always a trade. Here, Liquifat picked off for free. Chibisu walking away with that one. And again, the smoke in a spot to be quite aggressive.
You know what's touched entirely on the corner. A minute And this is where Cyclops have started to step themselves back. You can see a quick rotate around the bottom of white. They feel the pressure across, and they know that they can try and play this with a little bit of wiggle room inside the site itself. BlackRay gets Shaiko drifted the reading doorway on towards the default. You don't have to get the most amount of ground. There's the first fight. But he's a smoke canister ahead of him. Uses has to go for a quick rotate. They're pulling out pins. There's a player around to his right-hand side that I don't think he knows that, well, he'll actually just pass right by. But at this point, with the kit from BDS having to go in on the reading door, there's the drop of the kit, and there is at least one, but only one, which is currently also only one round. And, you know, it might get to Chibisu, they're just these motions. This is something that we saw in the very first round and went, maybe CAG's got a bit of fire.
Yeah, but don't count out those extra health points and what it can do for when it comes into those gunfights.
I said they had the chance of the scope, but actually not gone with it. Instead, gets the air jab and gets themselves adventuring. There's one and almost a second looked onto them and brings the balance back. Solotov suffers.
I fear it's a bit late now. It looks like they're inside the building.
Oh, Jesus. Drifts
He's on one today.
Drops Shuri. 10 kills, no deaths yet, and an assist. Fair enough. Solotov wants this fight, and the fight kind of wants him. Echo on that approach. Now, I'm thankful he didn't try and charge up the stairs, because 100% that would have gone wrong. Chibisu goes a little bit right.
That's not the way it needs to go, man. Solotov's in my fantasy team. Can't do me like this. Should be into a second as well. And again, this is where BDS sometimes start falling apart. It's the only real, I won't say the only weakness I've seen, but the main weakness I've seen is when they do lose a player. Got to hold off now against potentially a multi-side push in.
Oh, the first fight is Chibisu's. It's all down to users. Will this be the round where he finally gets the end of his statistic? 3 players encircle him, and this is the pressure.
Nice.
It only takes one of them. CAG. 2 rounds tied in a row.
Thinking the same thing. There is no way that BDS don't run away with this game and with this series based on the map draft that we saw, right? But with 2 rounds on the board, a bit of confidence starts building in here. You never know, this could turn out to be a very attacker-sided cafe, is how things might set up. Obviously, on expectation, that's not what we think is going to happen, but you just never know, especially at events like these. No one thought PSG Talon would beat BDS, yet it happened.
To maybe try and rebuild, but they're holding, waiting, and not really sure what they're hoping for here, because there isn't any pressure anywhere else. Oh, there's a plant, though. Chibisu, they've just taken enough on the top. They're going for the cover. They're able to get it. Oh,
he got it!
Just in time! Finds the tip of the plant covered by the audio. It's a brilliant play, but they're going to go for the long arm. EFAC's on the kit. They don't really know. They don't really have the position. There's the spray. They're too late. No, they just get it.
That's unreal. Oh,
somehow finds the split. There's the pop back. Sireneko and Anaton, they've got control of the top of the stair set. The important power position on the swing. Users, he juggles. BDS on the kit now. They're like, Users, you're killing. There's the cover. Tucked round, rotated on reading. They've pushed up.
Hello?
And it goes for the knife. But look at the time, Derry. It takes 1 shot, 1 bullet, 1 position.
No! What was that round? Wow! But that final shot was all they really needed. Beautiful stuff, and a matter of milliseconds, I think, by all accounts, across the board. Look at Deacon back here.
How close?
About half a second. Oh. Not too bad. Bro. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
And that's BlackRay's role, but BlackRay has struggled on entry. Oh, and he's just shy of finding the fight a second ago. Forced the smoke cover. Saw a player, wins it anyway, and everybody's dead. Wow.
You gotta win those. and again, I gave a lot of praise to BDS, and so I'll do it to CAG as well. A good team play moment there where they took 3 gunfights at the same time, but if you say it so often, it may be an FPS. It's an FPS at its heart. You've got to win your gunfights. It doesn't matter how good the tactics and the timing.
There hasn't quite been the fangs needed. The blitz. You know when I said you need the smart blitz players? That's not a smart blitz play.
No, that looks a bit scrappy now. You watch on the replay, right? With the 3 gunfights coming through. Just one of them was used in a shooting galley. Shaiko just finding a freebie onto Red when surely I really thought that Red player would have seen Shaiko first, but apparently not.
Essentially, all of that is lining up from everything that would have been brought into the tournament. Shaiko takes a little bit of damage, I think, from a Capital bolt on the far side. Solotov's position will get forced, and Shaiko will get shot. The pressure's in Cigar. Solotov's actually going to try and cut his way across. does get a lot of damage. There's the end. eFact with the C4 as well, and suddenly Shurip and Sireneko again shut out. Chibisu at least.
Set up. The defenders have lost Elysian, okay, Azami. All right, you'd rather have this barricade than not, but you'll take this every single day of the week. eFact's come in, found himself 2. It's like a shooting gallery at a carnival. It's a 3K for him in the round, and uses, of course, has to get his 1, gets the kill. The BDS, that was so easy.
No, where'd you get those 8s from?
So no, it's actually 16 KD. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, I know.
We talk about records or whatever, and obviously it's not a best of 1 kill record or anything like that. But the actual KD number, I think, is probably the highest I've ever seen. A 16.0 KD.
What I find very impressive is take a look at his positioning every time. Like he's always in an angle where he has a favorable gunfight.
Yeah.
And
apart from this one.
And even when he's not, he's always playing around in a safer position, always getting covered from everywhere he was playing. He's crosswalking every time, but actually getting support from his teammates.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I think the round you just saw on the Frost and the round into it, getting the team play going, and that's the one big criticism that we leveled at BDS yesterday.
Yeah.
We said there's no team play, there's no coordination, and there seems to be a lack of communication. Sure, users have popped off, but there appeared to be that coordination, communication across their rounds.
Yeah, the team seems to be a lot more in synergy, and something that you mentioned particularly, Leo, was the fact that sometimes...
Okay, sure, but he's otherwise got his fancy spectacles on, and he's happy to do just that. Tears the head off of Sireneko with the line in. The Clash is just revealing all the position. Shurip might have been able to move forward, but Solotov knocks Chibisu right back. eFact underneath, and wow, it's just Shurip left. Uh-oh. Does the damage, doesn't get the kill.
But doesn't get the kill, no. Bit of insult to insinuation of the previous map, where across the whole of it, BDS just absolutely standing in every gunfight possible. Like, not even competitive, realistically. It's sad to say, because I really had high hopes that this game could be... Yeah, it's that kind of great anticipation of will BDS be as they were. Besides them last map losing, you know, 6 drones inside 60 seconds. Here, they've only lost a couple inside half a round, so much better.
eFact fine getting into these shenanigans, but again, Black Ray just having a very rough
Great C4.
Perfect C4. Shaiko gets rid of
Again,
Sireneko.
Sireneko taken out by Shaiko. Single doorway, like this is not going to bother them at all. The only X factor they've got is Shurip on the display window. He's all they can really rely on to make a difference here, but it's looking rough.
Anaton does find Solotov. They're drifting with the long-range angles, but Shaiko's position should net a kill very shortly. Talks for the cover of the blind itself, holding on the door. There's the spray. They did get 2 and suddenly 1.
Hello?
Okay. Exploded their way into sight. Usus was uncontested, and now he is the only contest left. But time is that factor. 10 seconds. They're trying to get themselves the cover of the kit. They have the pings exactly on where the player is. Usus finds it, but cannot get the connection. Shurip. I said he was...
And then I'm like, how have you died to Anaton, who sat deep inside a terrace, and you just let yourself fall free to him? It's just a bit strange overall. Well, look here, 5v3 against BDS. You would not expect them to lose that one, but they do. And I just don't really understand how they've let it happen. Bizarre. And full fair play. I know I've kind of gone on. We're saying it's actually mad how close players come to each other, but don't actually realise this is as close as it gets. They know that he's there, but they simply can't slip him out. And he makes the run. Sure enough, Black Ray gets the head. The drone being sacrificed is a little terrorist once again. BDS should not be surprised by the same thing again.
Wiggle room is coming through,
Honestly,
and a C4 does the same thing. Different player this time, and it's the Ace, which does offer. Whatever happens next is, do they really have enough time? The roll of the Candelas. Anaton rolls over Shaiko. Bride's on the back, but he's blind. Shurip finishes 1. Bride does hold down the line. Looks for the second, but it's swung. Another 1 versus 2
again
for Usus against Shurip and Sireneko. This time, Shurip's going to hold on to the kit and get the plant. He's not able to die. Same place, same death.
That whole round was scarily reminiscent of the prior. Same push, same focus, Terrace being the one, Usus last time round, that Usus was the problem. Can they get a sidestep on him? He does lose out there, doesn't manage to have an impact, but again, those 2 newbies in Shurip and Sireneko do all the work you need.
They have been exceptional since they joined the roster. They have truly brought new energy to what seemed
anymore, unless you lose your own life trying to finish him off. No! Chibisu's gone in to save him, and guess who's there? Usus.
Usus gets the kill, gets the retake, baits the player, and
C4 over.
Well, at this point, this is just holding the line for now. Do they know about how aggressive his position is? They find out there's a trade
Not another. Get crawling, my man. Right round to that back corner. Shurip's gone.
And there's deaths all across the board. Black Ray, the only player left standing.
Why not hit side?
Oh, why not hit?
Okay, a round worth forgetting. The Cyclops, they'll be scratching their heads like, did we just do all that? Like, yeah, I guess you did. I don't know.
I mean,
it's just strange. And of course, Black Ray in for dramatic effect at the end of a round. I did think to myself, I was sure he would rotate away. That's what I mean. Even they're scratching their heads like, it happened. It's funny people.
Well, this is maybe going to be a little bit brisk. Shurip's in, and he's right on mini-boss, smashes his way through and gets down. How did that happen? The trade comes out in their favor, straight through the site. Solotov trying to go for the retake here. They're doubled up the same set as theirs. The castle will slow them down. The post plant is about to be upon us because, well, the Solace decided to try and go for the fight flat instead. And now, BDS trying to rebuild what was absolutely ripped from their hands. They thought they would slow the game down with the castle, Derry, but all they did was offer a very direct route for Cyclops to scream their way through. Solotov's out a window that nobody's offering him the engagement on. 20 seconds to try to cross the divide with 4 Japanese guns aimed right at you. There's the first. Anaton can't get the second, but with only 2 seconds to get to the kit. What a round!
And what a read. And this is what's really nice. Do some real damage. Some real identification of the situation.
So there was a player that was onto the left. I'm assuming Anaton.
Yeah. A little bit crazy.
There, no, that was it. Anaton was watching the cover of the rotate.
Yeah. And then what? There's 2 players actually on site. Brede and one more that they killed too. And then...
But a 4-2 half on their defense, and CAG are looking alive. An early pick there.
That's the IQ gone as well when you've got to deal with the Solus and the Valkyrie. That's going to be a bit of a sting unless they've managed to get rid of any of those cameras, and that's really unlikely. So forget about it.
Black Ray trying to get in, pressure on towards Shrine, but he's caught. Solotov gets the connection on the back end, able to hold the position. In this fight, if they leave, well, they're not leaving. Does the trade, but
okay.
I mean, now it is just Chibisu left. The 4 versus 1. And do you think BDS are like, we really should have come to this site sooner? We really should have just
maybe second time of
off.
our skin we should have taken away from that one, absolutely.
Oh, well.
You know what, I do love those. Like, I popped as well. It's a shout out to the Japan League. If you're enjoying what you're seeing here and you want to see some more chaos, well, Japan League is often the place to be.
Get your regionals in. They're just blinded and just like, I'm off. See you later. The attempt on the utility push. That's at least some of that. We saw him having a fight with someone else. There was at least 3 guns that were aimed on him. In that final game.
Wander around the map a little bit too, playing out around Laundry and Pantry right now, for example, as you can see. Chibisu does hit the deck though. Shaiko's got himself inside a Shrine. And this is what I mentioned, normally such a key spot to push inside of. They have now dealt with that angle though.
Yeah, it was sort of the read. They read the writing on the walls there. Chibisu was impossible to rock Ray and how little time they had left. Remember, that was the round that they almost won. The pressure starts to come through. We can see the sort of firebolts moving on. Solotov finds Sirenako and the pressure's on Shuri's position, but he's able to do almost everything. But he can't quite get it. A sliver and a slip away. Brede's hopped up the plant. The Solish is powerless. And we'll just have to watch at this point. The shotgun can't react, does a lot of damage, and there's the end of one. Ifaka splinter from being caught out there.
It's unbelievable.
But Black Ray charging up into a gunfight he knows is about to happen. Almost got a closer connection than he thought he would have. But they're outside on the rappel. They've got the power position with the wall open. Again.
As we know, BDS started, like I mentioned, like a star formation around the entire map, really getting a feel. And a somewhat uncharacteristic mistake coming out of Shaiko, admittedly. Breaking is, that honestly is heartbreaking. But he makes a really small mistake of bolting his way in towards Shrine, a bit too ahead of the rest of the team for Enter Dragon, and just gets himself like bitten off, and that's it, no one's there to guarantee a trade. So he's got a bit on the setup as well. So now they can start thinking about the side, still with about half the round to play or so, and therein comes a swing. It's a trade elsewhere around the map, same spot. Shuri, the one who gets the kill, immediately shut down. Good bit of team play, and then Shureneko gets the dome onto Solotov as well.
Solotov's having a great map, but he still has this little moments where he'll get into position, not quite expect what's going to happen next. Here, Shaiko, he's in a very aggressive position, has the flashes if he wants to lead himself around the corner, but he is, you know, still waiting on users to retake the back end. Now they have it.
Sure, Neko doing. He's underneath as well, coming up house stairs. He might get behind them here.
He's hoping so. There'll probably be an air jab at some point, wherever Shaiko has left it, but he's not been the sharpest with those. They're trying to trick against the wall of gold. It hasn't entirely worked, so they have to pull themselves back. The flashes come through, and the execute is a go. They're moving in. Breeday's in a plant position, but he's trying to catch the fight itself. They're just clearing the space, but underneath the back end, where's the motion? Jibisu gets Breeday. The kit's cold. The shotgun's locked and loaded. There's at least a trade out. Shaiko in a 1 versus 2, the third 1 versus 2 we've seen BDS in across this map so far, but this time it's I mean, for whoever's book, greatest player in the world to demonstrate how it's done, the plant will be confirmed.
Oh man, you just know that this could build up to a Shaiko 1v2. They know where he is. They need to get these two gunfights at the same time. And he's spun on the dime a little bit there, not quite sure where the aggression was going to come from. And sure enough, there's this 3-man push coming on through. So bold, like you know they're breached, you know they want to push in from there. Just drop the smokes out, stall the round, give time for Shiraneko to make a move forward. So I was a bit surprised that was sat in back pocket for so long. Yes, they get the round win. Maybe made it a little bit harder for themselves than it needed to be. The most important thing, though, Emi, is it correctly.
This site, thoughts?
Less worried about the site, more worried about the lineup. It's cursed. I'm telling you, Glass is a cursed operator, this competition.
Right.
Cursed.
Okay. Way towards delivery is softed. The fact that they can sort of just drive this Glass up towards the single door, it gives them a much more direct line. Oh no, they're going
Glass is
to
cursed,
plant.
I told
Glass
you.
is cursed, but is Breeday blessed? There's a drop from above. Breeday will get the plant, get a little bit of a scrape. 2 versus 5. The
Flash
clash is the worry, exactly. I was about to sort of say, if they can rotate her down, which they do, they can just set Glaz up on that window, cover the approach, get someone behind it and tuck. But Solotov's position here is very important. He can time this with the clash, force the shield to break, do some damage. He is all that is left, looking for the fight on the back, hit by the air jab. He's gone for the turtle. He's playing the cover. Please, someone defuse. 14 seconds, and they are going to get it.
Correct. Dare I say, you know, results have to... No, you... Shaiko's going to fit. Look, he loves it. Look at the player cam. He's like, let's go, let's go.
Shaiko has
Big
killed...
dog.
Big dog. Shaiko has killed many people.
To be fair, I've seen Shaiko get probably about 4 kills by spraying softball this competition so far. That's a little bit of karma coming back the other way.
Well, there's karma in the form of Solotov. Again, they're having a very good kill game at this point. They're something that we haven't...
That he can line up, the information that he can provide. The only fear that he needs to have in this round is the mute. If someone stood on the mute when that track comes through, it's going to fail. So Liquifat really wants to be finding out the roamers here. Now Solotov's been taken offline as well. No response from BDS. Cyclops have got the man advantage.
EFAX finding a fight on the stair set, but with, as you said, the man disadvantage, they don't want to throw themselves into a 1 versus 1 upper stair and hope that they can win it out. Those pings work 2 ways. They're well aware of each other's position. The frag grenade's going to sort of say it.
He fancies it.
They're kind of hoping for the fight.
He's got a
grenades roll downstairs. Zironeko gets used this and they lose it out anyway. Anaton. I mean, if you want Anaton out for a scrap, very sort of Manchester Major of you, but the round's been a bit of a difference. This is the furthest there's been of a distance. Do you really want to entirely break the momentum and give their coach a chance to talk to them? Unfortunately privy to the entirety of a team's working dynamics, the calls, the comms, how things work. It was one of the few things, unfortunately, as casters, we aren't gifted. But we have to sort of build memories on what would happen when this team was in this position last time. You used to have a Lems be a very, very vocal part of trying to cheer the team. That Troy said, obviously a very vocal player in a documentary that did about him, as EFAC does find the open on Zironeko, is sometimes he's just doing it for his team. The shouting, the energy to calm them down.
Well, he stopped it for about a year and asked him, you know, why don't you shout? It started well here, but there's still another side to go through, let's not forget.
There is, and, well, they've technically won 3 as well. Geisha Bedroom and Office. Geisha is where they're going to try and rotate back round. They got the early take. We're getting some flashes and pressure in towards Geisha, and they're already in, and Anaton gets Solotov, knocks him right back out. The Grim is gone, and there's nobody instantly on the pick back up. Anaton with the Tubarao, he's been able to buy himself a second, but he's in a very isolated position. He cannot truly, really rotate out of this whilst feeling confident. The C4 goes flying, and half a Breeday. The single soft wall and the pressure that's about to hit on towards the swing of drum. There is almost the catch onto it, and the double dip. A 3 apiece. Now, they have some of the drum control, but none of it is confident because
playing inside a box, we're watching on towards the window where Breeday was coming from. And that's how they got the backstab. Now, Shuri hitting the deck as well. Not bad from BDS, 3 versus 2. But 2 smokes. Black Gray, use them, please.
2 smokes, 50 seconds. How much time can be drawn out here? Black Gray can throw them down towards the plant on the back end of B. He's hoping his other teammate can watch onto A. They go for the swing as they go for the deploy utility. Users is trying to get the pinch on the player back towards the back end of goal, but it's BDS that finds the end of them. Black Gray's trying to get himself a pocket of space. He has 1 more canister in the plant. Is being confirmed. Cannot win out the fight, top Black. And BDS.
There, good. Real good pressure for him onto top Black there. Sorry, Emmy.
No, it's fine. They
spoke about before in the previous round. Our attack time is working. Just carry on, boys. Like, there's not too much to add. It's why I think the coach was pretty quiet there. I think throughout this competition, every time I've seen attack timeout, I think bar 1 game now, I think about it, I've seen the team go on to win that next round. So I'm starting to think here for Cyclops, all they've got to do is cook up 1 little bit of special base.
As well, great bit of motion. They said he's underneath us. Can we put the pressure in? But Chibisu is the first to suffer. There is Anaton hitting the deck as well. All the pressure is onto the site, and they're spending a bit of the focus here on the hunt for the Deimos Shurip.
If he tucks in this corner here and the drone doesn't see him as it's about to rifle on through, surely it knows. No. If he isn't seen here, this is absolutely huge. No Deathmark trap coming through either. Will he be able to find his man tucked in behind the minibar though? Surely he knows that he's there, but he really has slipped the net here. Knows that he's on drone as well, finds his man as well, just in case you had to see the electrics. You saw him in front of your face. Shiraneko in a good spot as well, finds the second 2. This could be a bit of a swing back here. The kick goes cool to behold every single time. Now Shiraneko's the backstab. Surely not getting in on this one. He's found 1 for himself. Is this the moment that Cyclops take us into map 3? Finds 1 more. Pistol at the ready. Can't quite find his man. Shaika will bring him down, but Shuri Pia, 10 seconds to hold. And of course, he's coming his way up Black as well.
They're going to go for the plant. They're watching on the back of the stairs. He's got himself tucked, but it's the Solace. He's swinging around. There's the fight on the corridor. It's a 1 versus 1, and he cannot make it. Shaiko holds on. And it goes OT.
Wow. What a round. You love it when games go this close. The last one was a little bit of a snoozer, a bit of a rollover for Cyclops, but they've been really competitive here, but BDS have clawed it back. I speak about the magic of these tack timeouts. That one wasn't really in the favor of Cyclops, but it was
monitored and pushed round. The pressure onto the VIP wall, or up the top of the house stairs, and well, that is open. This was solid, quite late into the round last time. It gave Cyclops a position to play, and that's something that BDS have read into.
I think Anaton was hoping someone would be on the rappel there as that breach opened up, hoping to get a cheeky kill. He wanted to get it in reverse. In fact, Eustace has been found. That's out the house door downstairs, I believe. Really cheeky, because Eustace dropped off the rappel, ran back through spawn, and has basically been spawn peeked a minute into the round.
And under the cover of his gadgetry, of his audio, there's the swing,
Beautiful.
there's the catch. Shiraneko had the awareness, and now the 3 remaining BDS players, they've done a lot of damage to the site, but it's awkward to move and manipulate your way in when they still have all the power positions. Anaton's holding EFAC on the back end of VIP. They've just slipped inside the site. BDS behind the chassis, so they're going to see if they can get the cover from the width, and BDS might be able to stick a plant, but remember where the Solace is. That is something that BDS has to pay keen attention to underneath. They're hoping and baiting, and BDS, as I said, he'll get himself hopped up on the desk. There needs to be action here, and action starts to pop its way around. Chibisu, there's enough to draw focus, 50 seconds. They have time to do this, but not a lot. EFAC hits the ground as well, and Cyclops once again put themselves on map point.
Our keeper, and only then sprung into action as the round came to an end, and the Solace, we all know, has been doing some work down there. Again, beautiful play from Cyclops. BDS just looked lost and really uncertain on what to do.
I mean, there it was, the fact that they still had the minibar position.
He was there from round start, he hadn't moved.
And it's a BDS have done twice in a row. The pressure starts on EFAC, Shurip steps in, but doesn't step any further. Waits for some support, and it pops up. The impact gets the
Pokeball.
And a bit of revenge from before.
Shurip sounds like a Pokemon name. Shurip, I choose you!
Shurip.
And sure enough got brought along. It's not being put to any use in this round at least. And look at the drone count, almost completely out for Cyclops. This last 30 seconds, they're just going to have to figure things out as they go.
Well, heavy hits round. Solosov's out the window. An easy pickup there. Nothing to stop him.
Nice trade.
At least the trade. They've got 1 kill, 2 kills on this side, including the clash. Suddenly they've made some action, but very quickly a reaction. 12 seconds left. The kid is cold. Chibisu's trying to find his way through with the cover of Black Gray. They have some of the pings in the conversation, but there's a man to his left that's probably going to strike in a second. There's the swing. There's the pressure. There's the defense round.
That is what we're getting.
I said it the other day when I was casting with Lynx. I think it was, we had bedroom bathroom as a deciding round on this map. And this is that moment, because I still hate that sight. I hate it. I just don't think it offers a lot. It is being just seen on the camera. That gives them a little bit, but that was a split second away from
Look
it.
at Anaton immediately. He's like, chase him down. Kill him. He's actually pushed all the way up to Drum. They're going after him. There's two of them chasing him down, realizing he's alone, and BlackRay's got Solotov. Huge!
BlackRay gets Solotov. They pull back. Shaiko gets BlackRay, though, and traded out. The clash did not find the result that they wanted, and asked the restack and very quick swing. I don't know if they know about Shurip's position. Now they do. Oh, and he's caught by the vertical. The punishment comes, and now the plant is attempted. There's a 3 versus 3. 20 seconds, and the clash is still on the board. They have to try and find the stick. Anaton, he's trying to get territory. Timothy gets used as Pre-Day. He's going to try and hold on to the stick, but the clash is round the corner. It's Pre-Day versus the world, and the clash is trying to make everything as loud and dramatic and CAG. They have fought back here onto map 2. We are going to a best of 1 to determine who goes home between Cyclops and Saka.
On this map, they love it. Their #1 map preference, and we're seeing CAG pick into it, and we're thinking, what the heck is going on here? Now, it did go to overtime. It did come down to the very last round of overtime, but I do just want to give a shout out because CAG's attacks were exceptional, particularly on that office side in the first half of the map. And then, yeah, in overtime, it's just about who can hold their nerve the most. And it was CAG, and particularly Anaton on that clash in that very, very last round that's got them over the line.
But even on paper, it should never have went to overtime. Like you said, like we were all expecting BDS to take this easily. And like you said, I think, especially in attack, when I saw that 3-3 split, I think it's the biggest difference maker here, because I was saying initially, you know, to attack on Sky, whether you go direct onto the side or whether you go roam clear, you need a lot of coordination to get rid of these strong positions. And they were always consistently able to do it. And most importantly, they were doing it without the Monty. With the Monty ban, replacing it with Ying.
It's crazy the inconsistency though. Obviously, BDS very, very good map 1. Very, I would say that was a very bad performance from BDS. Yeah. And then obviously the opposite from CAG. Although I will say CAG had put in a really good shift, and it was only 87. That shows the individual quality.
It's a double ban!
They're not messing around.
Fear or respect? Fear.
Yeah. Solid's taken out.
Okay, interesting.
It didn't massively work. It starts here with the chance. CAG getting a bit of a step in, and Shurip that finds Solotov. As I said, he had a better step up in the previous map, but here the Flores, a huge utility drive for BDS and a lot of teams on towards this basement. Gone. That shield now going to be a lot more protected, and you're kind of wondering what got the cat. He's hoping they'll step in. Now's the step in. A lot more damage done to him.
He's still holding.
Than anywhere else. He hasn't given up because 30 seconds. If he can get this. The swing round the corner has won. It's still a dangerous position to play. EFAC caught out. Users gets dropped on the back end on Laundry Stairs, and everybody's dead apart from Shaiko, and a frustrating start here for BDS. They just could not get the pace required, and again, the loss of the Flores, the loss of the other utility drone, meant that they just kind of had to do this, send it down Laundry and Freezer Stairs.
I got a good joke for you here, Emmy. But Shaiko and Brede, two of the most storied players in the world, pushing into you, and you're holding them off for like 60 to 75 seconds. Like, how does that happen?
There was just everything still standing from a utility side there. You had both the two shields, the one watching out towards barrels. It's a very aggressive.
Enough that they can hold this down.
Shuri rebuilds, but he's about to get swung. There it is. Pretty easy pick up there by Shaiko on towards the foosball table. The Tiburow will keep them with that position for slightly longer, and it'll probably buy them enough time to keep this wall solid for all of this execute. Sireneko stepped up, keeping the sort of calm control, but the pressure is on the swing towards foosball table. Anaton is that lockdown on the single door. He's pressured from behind. They have, I think, the rotatable hole on towards it, and Brede's starting to try and make his way around. There's the start of the pressure, as you said, but it's dropped. Anaton gets EFAC. There's the trade and the pressure. Users takes a lot of damage, but is able to win it out of 2 versus 3 in the meantime. They're still trying to force their way around the corner of the fight and think about where the kit is. Oh, that's sort of in no man's land. As soon as it stepped in, it was dropped rocked and right back out the door. Solotov all the way towards the top white with 10 seconds left. He's about to walk into the first engagement that they're offering to him. A great exchange, and they went out on the Shaiko kill as well. They're just pushing for the fight. He's on the back end. And 1 versus 1 with a Diga! Yeehaw! Pop that revolver and pop off!
This 2v1 1v1,
Yep.
or we plant and you hold cover. You have to make one of those calls. Whether that was a missed call and they disagreed and there was a little bit of misalignment, I don't know. But it was enough that he got 2 separate 1v1s.
This is it.
Look,
They
they're
both
so out of sync with each other. It's so unfortunate, but... Here, but that's why they've got the Flores on side. They can shoot through. Maybe here, even get 2 for the price of 1. No, it's going to get itself disabled. That's what the bulletproof can be quite handy for. So actually, they've got a pretty good setup here, I think, so far, Cyclops, but they're trying to make it happen. Sees the head, it's all he needs, and everyone else has fallen. Only 2 left standing, Aniton and Black Ray.
That's where you don't wear a high ponytail in a combat situation. It's just easy to spot. There's a swing that's also very easy to spot. And a 5 versus 1. The C4 will stop the plant.
Okay, nice.
But
You got your one. You got your one.
They know exactly where Black Ray is.
And where he's going to come from as well.
Yeah, they can just move the plant towards the opposite side of the room. Cyreneko, not Cyreneko, sorry, Shaiko. Similar letters, different order.
Yes. Yes. A lot of S name. I'm just like, honestly.
Amaru, Azami.
Oh, that's a silly death. And so is that one, really. But these are the small mistakes that I think, you look at a team like BDS and say you wouldn't really catch them making those kind of mistakes themselves. But the same with PSG Talon, yes.
Work that very, very well. Black Ray takes the head off of Licky Vac, and both players all fall back from above. They had some of the cover of Aniton, I think, was just watching at the back of the hatch to make sure nobody suddenly appeared. They were trying to get rid of there.
Harry Potter player.
There's the pressure. They're inside E-Box. They're going for the drop. Chibisu could try and lock down with the shotgun, but it's Cyreneko that gets to use this. Black Ray does go down, and so does Solotov. Threw himself into smoke. 2 versus 5. They've got freezer control, and they've got the first player. Shaiko's looking for the second, but they're not moving. Look where the kid is. It has to get past this line of Cyclops players, so Shaiko has to force the movement. 10 seconds.
They haven't got to do anything here. Just let the clock run down and hold your angles. Wait for them to push in towards you, because again, you're going to have to see these last 2 players move at some pace, make some calls. They're all the way through. They find one. Aniton hits the deck as well. Shuri, last one left standing. All he's got to do is survive. And yet again,
My achievements, not just here is a sort of single one on the main circuit. Now, obviously, there are tournaments, minors, and majors. So, Shuri was droned out of the back of green. It's a quick send and a quick denial. Aniton C4 stops the approach from top white, uses his Candelas, net nothing at this point. They're just trying to shove their way in towards the site and see if they can get the pocket. The Dane was underneath in the back and forth sort of fight, but they're still so happy to lead into it. Cyclops don't want to stop the engagements. Chibisu does finally get down by Bride. They're inside, putting the pressure on, and Solotov gets caught as well. There it is, back and forth, but Users inside with the kit on the back end, but the timer, Derry. 10 seconds for them to try and cement the plant. The C4 from Black Ray should get the catch, and there it is. Nobody can get to the position and hold F in time. Cyclops, 4 rounds, 1 for BDS. They take the round after the time.
They're removing it, and when they do it, there's an immediate response on the other side. It's just absolute madness watching BDS struggle with what feel like what should be nice.
A reload one tap. Is that on the bingo?
I was just sick. That was vile. But again, it comes down to them taking too long to do the prep work. They knew that last time round they lost the kids. They put all the focus there, and they lose to the clock.
Here onto trophy side instead of tower first. They're trying to find the catch. Solotov from range. Shaiko holds the rotate, does a fair bit of damage, but as the rebuild comes through, it's actually caught out, and there's 2! Black Ray finds Users, and it's sort of falling apart here on the trophy side. The only ones being put up on the walls
Shaiko's
at the EU side. Solotov, he's surrounded.
Shaiko is so chalked. Like, full mental send. There's jump outs coming through. That's a nice kill, nice spot to know where the window is below, but the damage is done. It's 2v4 on the attack. This is grim.
Good at. But now they're desperately trying to find one. Black Ray gets Bride. A 5-1. Ha.
Chalked. That'll be the question. I think that now comes to BDS. You've got the players, you've got the team play, you've got almost everything you need. But the mentality is what appears to be missing. Seriously, that is filth. I love it.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
Let's go back under the way at the very least. Still, they are going to be on cloud 9 right now. And we spoke about this at map start. If Cyclops can build a bit of a lead, if
at this point, this first engagement is Shaiko's.
Nice.
Screams his way up the stairs, gets rid of Black Ray and goes to a position.
Who caused the distraction there? Because someone pulled Black Ray's attention in towards meeting by the looks of it. It's weird because Anaton had control of that room, so I'm not sure why he wasn't watching stairs, but hey, there you go. Mistake compensated for.
A bit of the damage, a bit of the attention onto the hatch itself. They sort of have the problems that we had before, but here comes the biggest problem. EFAC gets one, goes for the second, but he'll be so happy getting one on the swing round after the missed moment for the Candelas. They're going to throw themselves in for the shot and force it with a pistol.
Nice.
Shaiko gets eliminated, but remember that EFAC now has that vertical control, so they have to kind of keep themselves away from this position and keep moving down on the pockets of Blue. He's waiting for the retake that's about to hit him on the shoulder. Does he know? Ooh, Shurip really wants the engagement. Remember last time there was a bit of not knowing, and there it is. The vertical's theirs, the sight is theirs a little bit. They've got the first foot in. Users steps himself in to try and rebuff it, goes for the retake on towards Elbow as Anaton tries to shuffle the kit. The pillar is where Solotov has rotated to as well. They're either side of Anaton. They've got the swing. Solotov gets the drop. Shurip gets the trade.
One to go.
On towards Highway, but look at the time. 3 seconds. They gotta send it. Oh! Yes! Repackages out and holds the line.
If that's going to stir some fight, themselves alive. Otherwise, it's 6-1. Now don't fancy their chances of winning 5 rounds back-to-back.
This might be the answer to the question we've asked. How do they energize themselves?
Just watch this again, because this is cinema. Oh, the flick, man. He's being shot before he's even flicked towards the left. Like we said, Leakifak is the most noisy player. He's the one gassing him up when he's pulled that off.
But remember where they were as well. For all the heat that was bought.
5 HP of damage.
That's
nice
a bullet. All right,
the bullet.
The pressure onto Trophy now. They are underneath, still in classroom. So EFAC with a C4.
Bullet,
Bullet. There it is.
There we go, beautiful.
Yeah, that's just a bit of a mistake moment there.
It
For all
is.
their droning in apparent knowledge.
And they make use of classroom themselves when they're on the defense. Let's not forget, like Jitsu's jump out, right? Those are kind of the moments you want at least a drone down there to know what's going on, because he has slipped the net at that point. Maybe it was a timing thing where Shironeko was the one sat on drones, and then as he's come off, he's made the move, in which case, beautiful timing from EFAC.
Well, the Candelas will get him some cross, but they have nothing else covered. Nah. At this point, this is a very solid BDS hold that Cyclops are trying to just throw themselves at because, well, things have gone out the window. I said it before, if plan A fails, you go to plan B sometimes.
Yeah.
Plan B sometimes isn't so good. At this point, when you lost your approach onto the hard breach, when you've now lost your Candelas as well, just hucking EMPs.
Great swing as well from Trophy.
Perfectly played. Cyrenaica gets one for the stat padding, but at this point, that might even be the only one he gets. Yeah, BDS, 2 rounds in a row.
Played it out really well, just using the man advantage, looking to kind of make these... Yeah, I don't understand why he did the drop there either. I was just like, pull it, please, pull it. And sure enough,
Just
comfy 2K coming out. As soon as they knew the Maverick came onto that wall, that was the time to go. And it was, again, a few mistakes being made by Cyclops. The solo push coming out from Anaton, the no drone coming in below, costing them 2 players. Just shining at the same time. Here he comes.
straight through the FNAP mine, straight with the drive. Solotov suffers a what a great swing, but Users at least gets one on the back end. So it's not entirely flawless.
The Amaru's coming in. I'm pretty sure BDS will be happy coming out of that. They got themselves into a 4v4, and now they're 2.
That was such an angle. I think that was towards the top of White Stairs, through the top of the breach of the server wall, with an angle all the way up.
I've seen that a few times this tournament, actually. People use it really well, and teams just don't...
Boogie drone.
The noise more than anything else, I imagine.
Oh, they're in, they're dropped, they're hitting barbed wire, and
they had no idea.
Picked up. Yeah, Users swings around, gets his third, gets his fourth, gets his fifth. Users!
And look how chilly is. Things are even at 5-5.
This is that awkward point, right? Because there. Oh, I hate it.
Lovely.
When do you take the time out? I think a lot of people might think it's already too late.
You should take it here because you finished.
Be a freebie, I think.
Hasn't got a clue. No drones on there, no one watching it on the backside, no one flicking through those, and they pay the price. Again, these little mistakes are costing CAG.
Ooh, Cyrenaica does find Shaiko in the same second. Black Ray's about to find a fight as well. They're sort of getting themselves into these 1 versus 1 engagements, but it's how aware they seem to be. BDS left the fight, and that allows Solotov to start to move. Look at EFAC. He's coming up the bottom of the stairs. They're trying to pitch the player. EFAC gets the kill. Chipasu and Users and Brede suddenly find ones of their own. And it's just Anaton.
Like, I guess I should move. And it's a comfortable close. And there's the energy. That's the first time I think I've heard them properly shout as
Yeah, I mean, from the same person. There's Solotov somehow winning it out, and they had all the information. 3 players going for the fight, and they still couldn't get it. There's a great watch from BDS.
Vertical challenge. This is great because it stops the challenge onto security door itself, right? Which is why we saw then Solotov so comfortably taking a 1v1. Shireneko thought teammates would be there with him, but BDS had just tripped them up that little bit. So again, that was more of a forced error from BDS, but still a small mistake that has cost them a freebie.
Well,
I love that. They identified the problem that they couldn't push security doors. They've moved the Capital upstairs instead. Had him burn out behind the bunk bed, so he has to rotate out, and then someone's holding the angle. A good 3-man play coming through. But Solotov has now found a second. He stepped out into dining, working in towards showers. And now that everyone else is still stuck upstairs, well, BDS have got free roam downstairs. They can put Brine down there with a C4. Leakifact's got one as well. This is going to be so hard for CAG to get over the line. This could be them lining themselves up to lose this game.
The jumping out, bouncing the pressure, an easy catch for Solotov, and, well, we hurtle into the 6th.
Look at this second half. If they lose this down, be saying, guys, this one's on us. We were up 5-1. Every round we had a silly mistake or two with players being shot at the back. A couple of nice shots, yeah, things like that. Great, you can definitely celebrate those. But lots of the silly little mistakes they're making here that is making them pay the price. They're not adapting fast enough, and BDS have got different, Emmy.
Yeah, you sort of see the Ossa, you have expectations, and now as the pressure comes, the Ossa is gone. Solotov had the angle, the breach a second too late. Black Gray, he's trying to find his fight. As I said, the first engagement, they just leave, they drew. Further and further back. Remember how he was able to get aggressive. Anderson gets the vertical on towards EFAC.
Do they know about users though? I don't know if they know that he's inside of sight here. They've got tracks down. They want to make a drop happen. It's all on Black Ray to make this drop work and get the plant going on through. But users could be the X factor here.
He has been. The plant is being attempted. He's creeping round. It's 3-4. It's 3-2. They're able to win themselves out. There's 20 seconds. It's all down to Solotov to lock it out here and not go to OT. I said it was this site. Now it's the moment for the man to step up. We know what he's capable of. Do Cyclops. The plan is confirmed. The vertical is there.
No way.
Overtime.
No freaking way. Gets the only kill that matters. Overtime abound, BDS on the defense. The thing that CAG have now got to worry about is they are going to be attacking into basement and then into the top floor. They have not seen success there.
Attackers activated.
Wow.
CAG's run to get to this point has been against... I mean, let's sort of get the context of where we're at right now as well. They've got the 2 sites, they've got themselves to stack up here, and they've gone with a slightly different hold. He's in trouble, but so is Anaton. There's the spray through. Usus gets one. Black Ray gets caught as well, and they have fallen for the bait. As at least the trade onto Solotov. However,
the run-out attempt.
I mean, I think that was the cover. I think they got. They sort of said, look, we're up.
This time around, and Jaw, probably the wrong word, more like decimated by. Sireneko's also worked his way up, making use of the smoke cover to get his way through this Kiva barrier at the top of White, but he's found himself picked off by Shaiko. Shibi's got to try and make some magic happen here, and equally, a shotgun at the ready. Down goes Shurip. It's going to be CAG losing out in this round. BDS up to match series and stage points, Emmy.
1 round separates Cyclops from in. Solotov goes down first.
On the claw
they
as
haven't
well.
been able to find it, and that's it. The blind close on the pocket. EFAC, he's tucked in, but they spray blind, and he's a bullet. He somehow survives. It's Chibisu and Black Ray that get 1 apiece, but the kid is cold. Shaiko and Bride, all that's left in a 2 versus 3. They don't get the fleeing player onto elbow, but they have 50 seconds, a lot of time to rethink the structure, and there's not a huge amount of utility to stop it.
There is. They've got 2 of the stims they can bring out here. They've got smokes, they've got fire. They've still got something to make this happen, but it's not going to matter because Shireneko is still alive. He's on the wall and he can deal with those smokes. It's not a massive deal.
He has to be in the right place, as called and prophesized before. And Shaiko, he's looking for the right to fight as well. The spray isn't full. As Bride goes for the cover, goes for the bait, Shaiko goes wide and wide. A great rotate is punished. They had them in the palm, and Bride is now watching those fingers close around A single pop, a single push, round onto the fight. They're not handing it. It's a bulletproof that reveals all secrets and reveals us, Derry. We are going all the way.
To that live audience, potentially. Wow.
I mean, every round.
The scary thing is you still got to play again tomorrow. Imagine how knackered you're going to be after today.
Every round is being fought for. Every round is being pushed to this limit.
However, clocked down like champs right now, and you've got Shoko potentially coming in from above too.
Well, there's the play, there's the Shiko motion, and this is going to be the most important part. White stairs, the power position it is, and he wins out the first. Anaton
Ying's gone.
drifting about, they pull back, Cyreneco's behind him. Cyreneco needs to act because the timer is 40 seconds and they're still finding fights on the top floor. 4 versus 4, 40 seconds, and they haven't got the hatches at all, but they have got themselves tucked into freezer. However, the space being cleared, 30 seconds, the pressure onto the bottom of the laundry stairs. Everybody is here, everybody is invited, and with 20 seconds left, your eyes can't be anywhere else. Solotov gets the swing onto Black Ray, a cacophony of explosions, and a swing round is traded back out. They're down a 2 versus 3 technical with not a huge amount of time left. Cyreneco doesn't have the confidence of the swing. 8 seconds, they're trying to get the pocket. Users gets 1, and BDS, they get themselves one more chance to survive, but only just.
Pushed to breaking point by Cyclops. Truly tested down to the last few gunfights in round 15 of map 3. And they just about get it over the line. You might look back at Shiko there and say clearing out. That Ying was the difference maker in that last round. We've seen his head hanging.
This far, they have also pushed BDS to their absolute limits.
I love their improvements. I don't think many people expected them to be that good, especially against a team like BDS, because that's actually something that Liquefact said. Yes, we're on our own enemy, but I think overall, like, CAG played this very, very well. A bit like PSG Talon with their own game plan. And it's the depth of strategy and their ability to play together at all times, that to use utility. He said it also, they abused Ying, they abused Keptao. Even when Monty was banned, they found a strategic solution. And that's one thing that I was missing from CAG before, that problem solving by using utility or strategy or operators. That's something that's new, and I'd like to see from CAG right now.
Feels like they've pushed through a ceiling, and yeah, this tournament's not gone right for them. There has been a lot of learnings, but of course you're going to get that with having, 3 new players basically in on the CAG side. So I think they've had a tournament that they can be proud of. But obviously BDS are our victors. You know, they did get over the line. And I think at this point in the tournament, the result is maybe more important than the performance. They won't be happy with that performance, especially the Skyscraper, to be honest. But the result is all that matters, and they are into tomorrow's bracket, and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, and as well, when we're looking at BDS particularly, that we've had individual players that have had phenomenal, absolutely blowing out of